Ever since Justin Jefferson got drafted back in 2020, he has played as well as any receiver in football. But this year, I gotta say, he's just been on a different level, and now it seems like he's looking to make history.
Wants to go deep, in the corner, touchdown! Woo! Justin Jefferson!
At LSU, Justin was able to put up video game type stats with Joey B under center, and along with his bud and Jamar Chase, created one of the most unstoppable receiving rooms in college football history. After winning a natty only an hour or so away from home, Justin solidified himself as one of the most interesting prospects going into the draft. And I guess Minnesota noticed.
The Minnesota Vikings select Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, LSU.
It wasn't too big of a surprise that Justin went so high off the board after putting together such a solid season with Joe, Jamar, and all the other studs in Baton Rouge. And so going into his rookie year, there was a lot of hype around what he could bring to the Vikings. Keep in mind that Justin was a pick that Minnesota got after trading away Diggs. So needless to say, there were some pretty big shoes to fill. But if there was anyone to fill them, it would be good old Justin. In such a pass-heavy offense like the one in Minnesota, Justin was bound to get some attention after going off with the Tigers. And I guess the fact that the team gave up a stud in Stefon Diggs for him made what happened next somewhat inevitable.
Out at 3, play action, Cousins going deep for Jefferson in the end zone, touchdown!
Although he started off a bit underwhelming with only around 70 yards in his first 2 games combined, the following week against Tennessee, it was like a switch flipped, and the LSU Justin came out as he had back-to-back 100-yard performances and took the football world by storm with his little old dance. Throughout the rest of the season, Justin was able to do his thing time and time again as he put together one of the best rookie seasons in NFL history. By one of the best, I don't mean just over 1,000 yards or something pretty good. I mean 1,407 touchdowns, as he not only just made a Pro Bowl, but was also second team All-Pro as only a rookie. All of this was wild, even after Justin dominated in LSU, because it usually takes a few years before even the best can get to this level. But Justin is different from most others.
Pressure coming, Cousins decked, throws it up for Jefferson, he's got it, and he is in!
Nonetheless, Justin proved that he was one of those guys from the very get-go, and although the Vikings weren't able to replicate the same success, it seemed like they made the right decision by drafting what was quickly becoming one of the best receivers in the league. After such an impressive rookie performance, the pressure was high on Justin to replicate the same success the following year, and yet my man showed up, and showed up big.
To his right, gonna take a chance, down the field, and it is caught! Jefferson!
I don't know how he did it, but Justin outdid his rookie performance, and once again proved that he was no joke. If you thought 1,407 were impressive, try 16 and 10 as Justin took full advantage of his piece of the offense as he was pretty much unstoppable. Usually after a star player goes off as a rookie, they have what is called a sophomore slump, as their production takes a massive hit the following year. But Justin did the exact opposite.
Pocket protected, open in the middle of the field, breaking loose, Justin Jefferson, he is into the end zone!
Although opposing teams had a season worth of tape and knew that he was going to be getting all sorts of targets, it still didn't stop Justin from dominating against pretty much every defense in the league. That season, he was able to pass OBJ for the most receiving yards in his first 2 seasons, and upon that, his just over 1,600 yards were second in the league, only behind the absolute unit in Cooper Kupp.
Stafford, deep downfield, he's got Kupp again!
But anyways, you get the point. He was a beast yet again as he only missed the All-Pro first team by 1 vote. Back-to-back Pro Bowls and All-Pro nods help soften the blow. And let's just say that I don't think that he'll have to wait long before he gets the opportunity again. After back-to-back dominant All-Pro seasons in Minnesota, Justin had quickly established himself as not just one of the best young receivers, but receivers in general, and many wondered if he could be the very best this season. In a league with guys like Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, and the guy that he was traded for in Stefon Diggs, it seemed like a pretty tall task. But hey, this is Justin Jefferson we're talking about.
Cousins, deep shot, got a man, Jefferson, you bet, touchdown Minnesota!
You know how I talked about how difficult it is to follow up a great rookie year? Well, it's even more difficult to follow up 2, not just good, but all-pro seasons. And yet somehow Justin has done that, and done it big time. As of writing this, he is sitting at 1,506 touchdowns through 13 games, which are insane stats, and stats good enough to have him on track to potentially put up 2,000 through the year. Megatron was just short with 1960 a decade ago, and Cooper a bit lower last year, so people have come close, but no one's done it yet. But hey, maybe Justin Jefferson can make that change soon enough. Truthfully, the only thing in between Justin having a legitimate chance or not is the fact that the Vikings may rest him later in the season, although that is very much in the air. The Eagles have pretty much locked up the 1 seed, while the Vikings, Cowboys, and potentially the 49ers are eyeing the 2nd. So as long as those teams keep winning, then the 2K dream is very much alive for Justin, but you never really know.
Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
All this stuff aside, Justin is putting together an extremely impressive performance this year, and in my opinion, I think he's playing better than any other receiver in the league. I mean, if someone does stuff like this, then I think they deserve to be seen as one of those guys. And Justin sure as hell is.
4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson. Climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness!
I don't know how, but LSU produced 2 of the best wideouts in the league back-to-back in Justin and Jamar, who both have been insanely good from the very get-go. But to go a step further, I would say the fact that Justin has been able to play as well as he has on a bit of an up-and-down Vikings unit is all the more impressive. Because let's be honest here, Kirk has not always been dripping and slinging the rock. In the big games, good old Kirk Cousy usually goes into his shell, so hopefully now that the team is in a good spot to actually make a run, maybe he'll show up this time. But no matter the case, you know that Justin will show up and show out, even if he may be going up against some tough competition. The future seems about as bright as it possibly can be for someone as talented as Justin. Not only is he just one of the best receivers in football after only a few seasons, but he's also on what could be the most confusing team in the league. Although the Vikings have one of the best records in the NFL, they also somehow have a negative point differential, which means that they have scored less than the teams that they have gone up against, even though they are 10-3. No matter the case, Kirk has found his number 1, and arguably the best number 1 in the league, in good old Justin Jefferson. There's no one who can move like Justin does down the football field, and when you add that to the fact that he has some of the best hands in the league, you got an absolute monster in Minnesota. Over the past few decades, there have been some legends who have played for the Purple People Eaters, especially in the receiving corps with says like Moss and Carter. But Justin is different, and even Chris agrees. Both he and Randy are Hall of Famers, and yet he ranked Justin above both of them, which may seem a bit insane this early on, but at his current pace, Justin could be one of the very best when it's all said and done. Although an MVP is pretty much impossible for any position that's not a quarterback, the Gritty King is somehow still in the mix. And I mean, if he can put up 2,000, maybe it's not all that insane a thought. The fact that Justin is number 2 in the Pro Bowl voting proves that he is certainly the people's favorite wide receiver. And it's not a bad choice considering how much of a stud he is. He's already top 10 in Vikings receiving yards, which he has done at an insane pace. A pace that is nearly 2 seasons quicker than the guy that Minnesota traded away for him. With all this in mind, it seems like every single thing that Justin does is unheard of. Because there's really never been a player who has done what he has in such a quick time. And honestly, it's why I'm making a video about him in the first place. But anyways, what do you guys think? Is Justin Jefferson the best wide receiver in football? Or has he just gotten lucky early on? Comment down below your thoughts. Justin Jefferson is just special. He's a one-of-a-kind talent and a one-of-a-kind player. And honestly, I don't think that there is a limit on his potential production. So it should be exciting to see what he does next.
It was like, how does this guy keep getting open?
O'Neal the block, they go downfield, and it's caught by Jefferson. Works on Denzel.
Thanks for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below what stuff you want next. But anyways, see you all soon, and peace out.
His wide receivers coach, Adam Henry, getting in his face, grabbing him, and telling him to knock it off.
Knock it off.